Today we'll talk to you about the O11y toolkit. So I am Julien Pivotto and I am maintaining Prometheus. And in my daily work, I am supporting customers that are using Prometheus, and I have been doing that since many years. So I know what are the pain points and what is missing in the Prometheus ecosystem. I also know that some of the things that we need might not fit upstream. So I work upstream, obviously, but I also know what does not work upstream. So the O11y toolkit is fully open source, and the goal currently is to help you with your Prometheus stack. We might extend it to Jaeger and other tooling later on, and we want to help you debug your current stack and how to enhance it. So the first tool in the O11y toolkit is O11y expose. That tool enables you to expose a metric file into a matrix HTTP endpoint that can be scraped by Prometheus. So if you have scripts that are exposing metrics, you can just use them and expose them with that tool. We are also adding some extra metrics like the node exporter would do, so you can also expose file with a node exporter, but then the file needs to be readable by the same user as the node exporter, where O11y expose can run as any user. The second tool is O11y scrape jitter. So Prometheus, in order to correctly compact your data and to have efficient storage, needs to have really well aligned scrapes and really well aligned metrics, thanks to the Gorilla 2 compression that we are using. And at one of our customers, when we did run the O11y scrape jitter to analyze the alignment of the scrapes, we did notice that we have more than 150,000 scrapes that were not aligned, which means that they were not stored efficiently into the Prometheus database. So the tool told us to basically update the timestamp tolerance of Prometheus, and after that we reduced from 1,000 and 100,050 to just 1,000 script timestamps. So it was like a lot less, and at the end, that customer, they did get a 40% disk usage reduction on their Prometheus server over time. So it does not fix the old data, but all the new data that's ingested is ingested in a way more efficient way. All those tools that interact with the Prometheus server, they just use HTTP, and you can use the client config option to authenticate to a Prometheus server using username, password, but you also support TLS certificates and everything. Next to those tools, which are command line tools, we have the web tools. So they run in browser. They are compiled using WASM. It means that we take the Go code of Prometheus and we compile it into JavaScript. So it is completely running in the browser. The first one is a password file generator. So Prometheus supports password files, and so you can have basic authentication to your Prometheus server. The issue with that is that we use bcrypt. Well, it's not an issue, it's nice, but it's very hard to find good bcrypt generator on the internet. So we have a web tool that just enables you to generate those passwords, and then you can just use the file that we generate and pass it to your Prometheus server. We also have a PromQL parser. So the issue with the PromQL queries in Prometheus is that, well, if you stumble some random PromQL queries on the internet, you might want to first check that they parse correctly. And that's why we have the PromQL parser, so you can parse and beautify your PromQL expressions. This is a wrong slide, apparently, from the previous. So this is the same as we have seen before, so I hope we will skip to the next one. Because we've already talked about that. Okay, coming soon we will also have, we are also working on a dashboard for Prometheus, which will show you all the targets that might be affected by certain rules. So you have the targets on the side, you have the job of the target on the middle, and then you have all the rules on the side. This is completely open source, released under Apache 2. You can find it on GitHub. You can send us feedback about it. So if you want more tools, or if you stumble into any issues with those tools, the command line tools, we provide Debian file, RPMs, of course Docker, and you can also run them with Nix. So we really try to make them the more widely available as possible. All the downloads are on the website, and you can find the website at o11y.tools. And I encourage you to check up regularly if there are new tools available, because we are working on a few extra tools that we want to incorporate to the toolkit quite soon. So that's it. That was my presentation about the O11y toolkit. So thank you all. And if you need Prometheus support, you can just get in touch with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Julien.
Yourself open, get funky. Yourself open, get funky.